Okay, hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got some new makeup to play with. I went to Walgreens and I went to a different one this time, and they have like a way bigger Covergirl display than the Walgreens closer to my house, which the one closer to my house has like the massive NYX display. So it's a bit of a trade-off. So you have to investigate both of them. Anyway, so I picked up a couple of things while I was looking around in the old Walgreens. I thought we could play with some new makeup. I'm just putting it all in front of me so I can remember what to tell you is new from Walgreens. I also have a couple of other new things too. First thing that just came in the mail from Laneige is their Cream Skin Peptide Mist. This is their mini size, like a little travel. And it's meant to kind of calm the skin, keep things all nice, happy, and hydrated, and just chill. A much needed product for me. So we're going to test this out today too in just a moment. I got the Milani Skin's Silky Matte Bronzer and Sunlight. I didn't have a powder bronzer from Milani. And I only have like one powder bronzer from the drugstore, period. And that's the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer. And I wanted to try a different one. And there was a new display of these out for summer. And I was like, yeah, that's really pretty. And I picked it up. It has that bronzer smell that all bronzers smell like now. That it smells like a Physicians Formula bronzer. I think that's just standard. All bronzers must smell like cocoa butter or shea butter or something now. So anyways, this is their Silky Smooth Bronzer, and I got in the shade Sunlight. It's the lightest shade, and this is so silky. This is high-end good. It feels lovely. Just a gorgeous formulation there. Covergirl, I grabbed a few things from. They've got a new blurring skin tint out that I have seen nothing about. This is new. This is an SPF 30, and it's a blurring skin tint. It's from their Clean Fresh line, and I got it in the shade Fair Cool. So we're going to test this out today on the face and see how it performs. And speaking of skin tints real quick, I did also pick up this Pixi On the Glow base. This is their little foundation stick. I just loved the way this looked. It looks so satisfying to swipe on your face. So we're going to test this in another video, but I did pick this up and I just wanted to show it to you. And just something about this was like, I don't know, it called to me. I liked the look of this. I haven't used anything from Pixi in a hot minute, so something new. It was a new display and I was like, ooh, hello. It was a little pricey. It was $20. But to me, Pixi's always been a little bit pricey, but they make good stuff for the most part. That I've never had any complaints. I've enjoyed their skincare over the years. Back to Covergirl, I got one of their eyeshadow pencils or eyeshadow crayons. I knew they had these, but I've never seen them in store anywhere. The colors are really pretty in person. So I got the shade Mystic Maroon. I thought I could do something with this today. Can you tell I'm having a goth moment these days? So anyway, I thought we could do something with this. I thought it'd be really pretty on the eyes. I'm going to pair it up, I think, with a Natasha Denona's My Dream palette, just for something in the crease and kind of finish out the look. But this is going to be the star of the eyes. I picked up a L'Oreal, one of their new vinyl lipsticks. This is like the vinyl inks from Maybelline, but I picked up, this is Worth It Medium in this. I wish these had like the name on them, like the name of the product rather. It's just like the vinyl ink, and yeah, it's L'Oreal's take on it. And of course, Worth It Medium is such a good shade. And I'm working on a video of going through like all the Worth It products. I got a new brow pen from L'Oreal. This is the Faux Brow. And this is awesome, by the way. I've been kind of playing with this already. Big fan. This is up to 2-day brow tint. Yeah, this is really cool. It's got a fork. Like a little fork situation happening here. Or tongs. It does such a good job, and it's so fine. Little tips. Big fan of that. And lastly, I got, I think this is lastly, a green mascara from Maybelline. This is the Sky High mascara, and they have it in this beautiful green called Green Attitude. I loved the L'Oreal Voluminous Green, so I thought we could give this one a try today too. And I thought the green with my hair would be really nice. Oh yeah, new hair. that happens. That's what we got to play with today, and I'm going to fill in the gaps with some other stuff. I'm going to use some other things. So let's start with the Laneige Cream Skin Ceramide Mist. Let me tell you a little bit about this because I can't remember off the top of my head, and there were some neat little claims. I forget that Laneige makes more than just lip products. Like, they have a whole line of skincare. But this is technically a toner, and it's just in a little spray thing. And it is refillable if you get the full size. Yeah, so I've got the little mini here. So this little guy retails for $12, so that's pretty cool. And this is the cute little mini. They do make refills of this. I think you would just probably buy the whole thing again. But if you buy the large size, there's refills. And this is meant to hydrating, hypoallergenic. Best for normal skin types and dry combo normal skin. This is the original Korean Milky Cream Toner Hybrid in a refillable bottle, enriched with nourishing ceramides, peptides for radiant, hydrating glass skin. Oh, okay, I get it. You can refill this little guy to throw in your purse or something for on the go. It's for dryness, loss of firmness, elasticity. It's a lightweight cream, technically. It's got ceramides, peptide complex, provides intense, nourishing hydration and visibly firming effects. From our cutting-edge skincare labs in Korea, this innovative 2-in-1 formula combines the benefits of a rich cream with a lightweight texture of a liquid toner that delivers smooth, nourishing hydration enriched with white tea leaf extract and ceramide peptide complex. It visibly firms the skin and reinforces the moisture barrier. A mist pump attachment is sold separately for a refreshing spritz throughout the daytime. This product is dermatologist tested and suitable for sensitive skin. Very cool. So you can get this in like multiple sizes and like a refillable. I think you can buy like a larger little thing, and you can get the spray thing, or you can do it with like a little cotton round. Versatile. So we're just going to mist a little bit on. Oh, that feels very nice. It's got a nice little spritzer. And I'm just going to let that soak in. And, yeah, what can we do now in the meantime? Well, let this absorb. I do like anything that has like ceramides and peptides and all that kind of stuff in it. Things that are very kind of soothing and comforting on the skin. My skin's a little bit more reactive the older I get, and especially with some SPF products, I don't have as good a luck. Now, this one from Covergirl is thankfully a mineral SPF. So, okay, what should we do now? Let's go ahead and prime the eyes and do eyes. Let me scooch my mirror in. Yeah, ooh, definitely like a glass skin look. Super glowy. All right, on the lids, I'm just going to take a little bit of my NYX Fix Stick, Pro Fix Stick, to blank them out and tidy up around the brow. And this is in the pink shade. I'm taking a little bit like on a little brush. I'm just going to whiz through this. And I'm going to set them down with a little dusting of some Wet n Wild pink powder. Photo Focus powder and pink. Right there. I'm going to jump over to the My Dream palette from Natasha Denona. And I want to take a just nice kind of crease color from in here. Let's do a little bit of Carpe Diem. Just gonna tuck that into the socket. And buffer up and out a little bit. Alright, and we'll take a little bit of Familia right into the socket as well. Just kind of deepen that up some. I could use a Covergirl eyeshadow. I have Covergirl palettes. I didn't even think about it. I'm going to take a little bit of Unity. This right here. Alright, now let's jump over to that pencil. crayon. This is the CoverGirl Clean Eye Color Pencil Crayon. I keep going to call it a pencil. Eyeshadow stick in Mystic Maroon. These retail for $11.99. They come in 12 shades. Very pretty colors. This one is a metallic finish. Ooh, it's like a, yeah, maroon raisin color. That's gonna be pretty. All right, let's take some of this on the lid. That's really pretty. It's kind of plummy. I'm taking a clean brush, just gonna tickle around those edges to diffuse it. I also saw number 7 has got some shadow sticks for a really good price, like $5. It's like, dang, number 7? Usually y'all kind of pricey. And I meant to grab one because I saw them online. And I meant to look for them while I was in Walgreens because that one also has a huge number 7 display. And I forgot all about it while I was in there. Like, I was like, there's something on that number 7 rack that I wanted to look at. And then I got in the store and totally forgot. I was a little bit sleepy though. I was ready for bed. It was close to bedtime. And I still like had stuff to do when I got home. That is so pretty. Love that shade. Heck yeah, that is gorgeous. It's not too red. It's kind of neutral. It's a neutral maroon. And it's so creamy and glidey. Just slides right on. It's a really nice formulation. Blends easy. Yeah, good job, CoverGirl. I remember they used to have some shadow sticks back in the day that feel like the L'Oreal ones do now, and I can't stand them. I don't like the L'Oreal ones. And they have got the most gorgeous green and like garnet shade that just came out. I might have to like just suck it up and get it, and because it's so pretty. The emerald is just mind-blowing. I'm like, ugh. And it's not that I dislike the way it feels, so it kind of irritates my eyes. This is not irritating my eyes. It doesn't have that cool feel to it. It's just very glidey and very pretty. Yeah, it sets down. Or it feels like it's setting down itself. That's nice. 10 out of 10. Good pencil there. Alright, I'm going to just go on the outer corner a little bit with a dark shadow and kind of along the lash line. Let's use Aspiration from in here. It's dark brown. Kind of purple brown. This is a very pretty pearly finish. Just a little smoky wing. And on the inner corner, I'm just going to take a little bit of the shade called Spontaneous right here. So, your kiss of that. Just for a little glow. The inner corner. Okay. Now let's jump back over to skin. Yeah, I really like that pencil. Crayon, shadow stick, whatever it is, I like it. Okay, now skin. We're gonna do the CoverGirl Blurring Skin Tint, the SPF 30. Let me see. Oh, here it is. 14 shades. It's not a huge range. $13.99, good price point, or not bad price. CoverGirl Clean Fresh Blurring Skin Tint is a weightless liquid foundation with a soft matte finish. This CoverGirl foundation contains broad bed SPF 30 mineral sunscreen to protect skin from the sun while blurring pores and smoothing skin for all day wear. This has the feel of the First Aid Beauty one that was kind of blurring and had a primer effect on the skin, so I've got high hopes for that. This also claims to be hydrating for up to 24 hours. Skin Tint offers light, buildable coverage with a soft mattifying finish, provides coverage without making acne worse, and fades the appearance of post-acne marks. Non-comedogenic, a dermatologist tested this. Leaping Bunny approved by Cruelty Free International. Infused with 2% niacinamide to smooth, licorice root extract to soften, brighten, fade the appearance of post-acne scars, bamboo extract to absorb excess oils and control shine. Formulated without parabens, sulfates, phthalates, and mineral oil. Okay. This feels like something you should shake. So I'm going to shake it. I actually take my watch off so I don't get makeup on it. On the band. Alright. Grab a brush. So quite runny. I have the shade Fair Cool. Oh, it's not quite as runny. I just needed to shake it. Yeah, okay. Shake this one up because when I opened it yesterday, it was just like some liquid poured out. Yeah, it's not quite as runny. Shaken up. So, but it does have a very thin formulation. Feels a little bit different than the e.l.f. one, but not quite. But yeah, it's not as runny as I thought it was going to be. That was just where it's separated. Alright, and the difference is also with this one and the e.l.f. one is that this one's mattifying, whereas e.l.f. Skin Tint is glowy. They had a lighter shade, but it looked too warm undertoned. So I went with this one that's a step up, but it looks like a hair deep. But I think it's going to be fine. Let me go ahead and squirt some more of this out. But yeah, it doesn't say shake well on here. I don't see that anywhere, but definitely be sure to shake this. They should really put that on here because that's a totally different texture that I'm getting today. I mean, I just had like squirts on my hand and it was just like liquid came out. So this one will separate. But if you've used those really thin, almost like dry oil feel SPFs that you have to let dry down, kinda, this has that same feel to it. That's a really pretty finish. Very softly mattifying. You know what it kind of looks like? Is the Urban Decay Face Bond. That's what it makes me think of. And that's kind of what the texture feels like. A little bit. And that's not an SPF like foundation or anything. It just has that similar consistency and appearance. I definitely think this one's geared a little bit more to us oily girls, which is nice. Because you don't always want to be glowy. Especially in the summer. You're already going to be prone to getting pretty glowy. Even if you're dry, you're going to get sweaty. It's nice to have something that's a little bit soft matte finish for this time of year. Because it's going to help balance that. Especially if you live in a very humid climate like I do. You're just kind of damp feeling at all times. And you just melt. This might be a really good option. Now, I will do a wear test and all that. We will really do a deep dive on this one, but so far, I am liking the way this is going on the skin. And it's looking pretty nice in the mirror. I wish it had a better shade range. Like 13 shades isn't enough. It has a good like spectrum in there. But I don't know. I don't know about 13 shades. I feel like, I don't know, 20 would have been better. I feel like they could have definitely gone lighter in the range. Like, because this is... The lighter shade than this one was just definitely warmer undertoned, and it was not going to work for me. Whereas this one, it's fine, but I could have stood to go maybe a hair down. Like, I definitely see the difference on my hand. But my face has a little more color to it. Anyways, make sure I got coverage where I want. It is buildable, which is nice. I am definitely seeing the buildable quality. I wouldn't rely on this to be my only source of SPF. Mind you, because you're not going to be able to get enough of this on for that. I would use a separate SPF, which I always recommend doing. But I like the idea of a more is more. Yeah, go ahead and give me that extra layer SPF, just in case. It's a nice failsafe. Yeah, that is a really pretty, like, soft matte finish. That's going to be really good for these hot months. It looks pretty nice. A little bit of texture, like right my T-zone here. I mean, that's a textured area as it is. It's looking about like everything else looks in my little pore area. It's not looking worse for wear or anything. Yeah, not bad. It's pretty good. I think if you're dry, this will cling to spots, so keep that in mind. This is definitely going to be more for the oily gal. But yeah, not bad. Not bad. There we go. That is the Covergirl Clean Fresh Skin Tint with SPF 30. She's alright. I think the finish is quite nice for warmer months. I do a little bit of some contour bronze situation. And since I'm using Covergirl, I thought I'd use their little balm stick here. This is fairly new. This is the Covergirl Trublend Skin Enhancer. And I have it in this really light shadowy shade. So we could use a little bit of that just here. One little tiny swipe's all you need of this guy. Alright, and I'm going to put a little bit of the Lumi liquid blush in. Which one is this? This is Glowy Worth It Medium. I thought that would look good with the eyes. So we take this on my hand and apply this with a little fluffy brush and just dip dab into that. Now let's do some concealer. I'm going to go in with the Estée Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Concealer. I think that concealer played really well with this foundation. So that's nice. Give a nice little bit of airbrush effect. Good. A little worried about that. That's a good little combo. Okay. Now I'm going to set my under eye with the Wet n Wild. And on the rest of the face, I'm just going to do a light little dusting of Kosas Cloud Set. And I'm going to take the Natasha Denona Beautifier. I feel like I'm on just a little glow on the cheeks here. We can use this as a highlight over top, and that would be quite nice. Just a little extra glow right there. And take a little bit of that Milani bronzer now. I know this has been out a while, this bronzer. Silky Matte Bronzer comes in at $11.99. This comes in 3 shades. Silky Matte Bronzing Powder gives the perfect summer glow no matter the season. Finely milled powders blend and builds seamlessly. Vegan, made in Italy, it's cruelty-free. Hydrating argan oil offers anti-aging benefits. It is a very, very luxurious feeling powder. So take a little bit up here, warm up with that 5 head. A little bit right out here. Now let's go to the under eyes real quick. I'm going to go back to our eyeshadow stick, and I'm going to run some of that along the lower lash line. Quick and easy. Nice. Very nice. I like this pencil. This crayon. And they had a nice selection of shades. Like nothing totally like outside the box, but I thought this color was really pretty. And it's not quite as brown as it is on the outer component. It's a bit more of a plum rather than a maroon. But it has a warm kind of glow to it. I like it. This is kind of one of my favorite eyeshadow colors. These kind of hard to pin down. Is that plum? Is that like a cool tone brown? Like what is that? That's my favorite. The waterline can take a little bit of a brightening shade. I need that. And we'll go ahead and run a little bit of brow gel through. I'm going to use the e.l.f. Brow Lift. And then while that's setting down, we'll do the mascara and we'll finish off with the brows. The brow pen. This is the Sky High Mascara. I've used this before from Maybelline. It's fine. It's not like I would call it like my favorite mascara of all time, but it's nice. But this color, I was like, I'm gonna need that color. They also have like some purples and plum shades now. I think a blue. $12.99. Limitless length, full volume. Are we really gonna be able to see the green today? Probably not, but I love the shade of green with that pink. How pretty. What a gorgeous combination that is on the packaging. Nice, rubber wand. Ooh, look at that. Actually see the color. Okay, can I see a green tint? Neat. Ooh, I can see it. It actually looks green. But like a pretty dark green. You can still give it my lashes color and some volume and lift here. That's neat. And this is going to show okay on my lashes because mine are dark at the root, and as they grow out, they turn white. So I have like an ombre going on my lashes, and this is going to definitely be able to show all the tips in that way. Yeah, I can really see that. But it's not like screaming in your face, oh, you got green mascara on. It's subtle in a good way. Like, it's cool. Alright, I'm going to do a second coat. If you have dark lashes, using this whitish primer will really help bring that out, the color out. And I think Maybelline has one. L'Oreal definitely has the voluminous one. It's nice. Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool. Neat. Neat. Alright, now let's do the brows. This brow pen is really cool. So this comes in at $12.99. It comes in 8 shades. It's an ultra-fine double brush tip brow filling pen that creates naturally fuller brows with a double brush tip. Effortlessly mimics brow hairs for a doubled look in one precise stroke. True. I like the double strokes actually. You do get them filled in and like done way faster. Natural looking results, smudge resistant, transfer resistant, heat resistant, and waterproof. Up to 2-day wear. Includes castor oil to hydrate and soften brow hairs. Alright. So you got the little fork here. Very, very small and precise. And you can just get right in here and just draw hairs so easily. And look at that. Yeah, that is crazy fast. And it looks like brow hair. That is... This one is a 10 out of 10. Totally. I love that one. Okay. Now, we can finish off with our lip. I'm going to take off my lip balm. We're going to do a little bit of Worth It medium lip liner. I don't think you really need a lip liner with this. It's pretty precise. I'm just have it. So let me pull up what this thing is actually called. Where's the name? Infallible Lacque Resistance Liquid Lipstick. And I have it in the shade Worth It medium. Let's see if they've got... I know they haven't Worth It. There is 11 shades. Retails for $13.99. Ooh, Cafe Parisien's pretty. It's a rich brown nude. There's some very pretty shades. So this is going to be a super long wearing lip product. Transfer resistant bold color for up to 16 hours. Yeah, I fell asleep in this the other day and woke up and it was still going strong. It is very, very long wearing. And I say the same thing about the Maybelline ones. These are just as good, just a little bit different shade range and wand. Very lightweight, bold payoff, effortless. All right. I like the packaging, it's very nice. But yeah, it's got a little bit of a different type of wand. Super thin, look at that. They don't have the rose scent. So if that bothers you, these don't have a rose scent. They have a sweetness to them, kind of a vanilla marshmallowy type of thing going on, but nothing crazy. And here is our look all complete. Playing with some new stuff from mostly the drugstore and a little bit of high-end thrown in just to kind of, and filling in some gaps, but we got some winners here. Upon first impression, we've got some real winners. with that eyeshadow stick. Big fan. Think that is so pretty. The skin tint is nice. I'm gonna test it further and give you a firm opinion, but so far, pretty nice. Mattifying. Definitely, I don't think dry skin's gonna like it. Or if you have flaky skin, you're not gonna love that. Oily skin's gonna like it. But buildable coverage, not the best shade range. Mascara, really cool. Love the hint of green that it gives, yet it still gives volume and fullness. It still looks like you got some lashes. It's not in your face. Oh my gosh, you've got green mascara on. It's a soft 100 green. It's a 10 out of 10. I like that. A little mist from Laneige is quite nice. I love this. This is a perfect little thing of hydration and soothing for the skin. Good things. All good things there. And we will test out this Pixi on the glow base in another video because I'm pretty interested to see how that performs. And there will be a wear test with that Covergirl skin tint as I get to know it and get more familiar with it. We'll do a full review and wear test, and I can really give you the full tea on that. I like this lip product. I think it's really nice. Very comfortable, beautiful shade range. Just as good as the Maybelline. Just maybe if there's not a shade in the Maybelline one that appeals to you, L'Oreal may have you covered. And also Urban Decay makes those as well. The bronzer, gorgeous. The Milani bronzer is a really good, just trusty kind of go-to type of bronzer. Very nice formulation. The brow pen is really cool, super easy to use, very long wearing, very comfortable, just easy. Love that. Yeah. Is that everything? I think it is. Let me know your thoughts down below, and if there's anything else new from the drugstore you would like to see me test out, and let you know what I think of it. And always, there is product update videos going up fairly regularly where I give you a firm opinion after testing stuff for quite some time if I don't do a dedicated review on it. And there's always demos in those videos and a little more detail and just a nice thorough overview of whatever it is I've been testing. And those do have skincare, hair care, and beauty in those. So anyway, yeah, thanks for hanging out. I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe. Bye now.